So I'm just going to go through the first couple pages and let you know where this stuff comes from because it's kind of mixed. Like the chapter P stuff doesn't necessarily go in order. And then once you get to chapter 1, it goes in order. So hopefully some of this stuff seems pretty easy now. P3 is the first part. This is your combining like terms, you're expanding and multiplying, that kind of stuff. The second page is your factoring, and this combines all the factoring. So this is P for A through D, like it was 4 sets of notes, okay? So you could see the trinomials in here, you could see the different two squares, you could see the cubes, you could see factoring by grouping, all that stuff is kind of looped in there, okay? And again, hopefully these are easier now than they were then because you've done them so many times. Page 3, the top is P3. This is your adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. The middle section is P2. This is your exponents, positive and negative. The bottom is P2. I think this is A and B, actually. P2, A and B. And the bottom is your radicals, which is P2C. And then I would say stop there for this weekend. So if you know that you are swamped next week, like if you know you have a lot of tests that you need to study for, if C is also equally as hard as A on Friday, then feel free to continue so that you have more time to focus on the other things. I'm not saying don't do it if you want to, if you have more time this weekend. But if you at least get a head start to that point, you should be okay. And then I would say Monday, you want to do chapters 1 and 2. Tuesday, chapter 3, you should be done. Okay, you'll get to work on this in class on Monday. And then I would say do as much as you can at home. The goal would be to completely finish this by Tuesday so that we could post the answers for it. You guys, I see obviously Wednesday, Thursday, and then your test is Friday. So I feel like it always sneaks up on A period, which is one of the reasons why we decided to not do new notes today and to start your review, because you literally get a week from today. And it's a lot of content. In addition to this, like obviously we'll post the solutions, we'll post a video going over the solutions, and obviously you can be asking questions as we go each day. In addition to this, we'll do a couple like interactive reviews so that hopefully that's enough so that you can do well on Friday when you take your first test, okay? So Thursday's your last full day. It is called an AC review day. It is still a full day. You'll still go to all your classes. Some years it's been a regular schedule and you're only in there for the regular time. And some years they've extended the time on A and C so that at least you get a little bit more, I'm hoping that's what they do. So at least you get a little bit more study time there. Wednesday is when grades are done and exemptions will be assigned. So I won't collect anything after Wednesday. That's why I say you're probably going to want to finish this packet. Well, you're going to need to finish this packet by Tuesday. But grades, as far as grades go, I'll release your test grades. I'll release your, I think there's 3 homeworks in there left to grade. And then you're done, minus maybe 1 collection on this packet Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, so I said, unless you want to take the 0, which would be dumb. It would just be dumb. What are you going to do for 5 days? Yeah, it's important to review anyways, and this shouldn't be that bad. The overall packet is long, but if you chunk it up, it's not so bad. So the goal would be to do chapter P by Monday, and then 1 and 2 Tuesday. 1 and 2 Monday, and then 3 finish up on Tuesday. But you'll get class time Monday and Tuesday to work on it too. Yeah.
That's like in order, like from what we learned from the beginning. It's like
no,
now, so
it's kind of shuffled. Yeah, yeah, and the. Your test is quarter 1 is 40%, your grades. Quarter 2 is 40%. And the midterm is 20%. Yeah. Oh, God. Like, yay for you, but in college you're going to have to take so many cumulative tests and you're not learning how to take cumulative tests. So like that part of me is like, eek.
We'll worry about that.
Sure. It'll be super easy. You'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. And like everything that you're seeing is a skill you're going to use again in Algebra 2 honors. Like you're going to use it all again. Whether you go to pre-calc, whether you go to calc, it doesn't matter where you go. Eventually you go to calc. All of these skills get used again. So it's so important to review. And we're going to continue to use them throughout the rest of the year. Like factoring never goes away. Okay, so things like that, it's so important to review. If you're trying to figure out if you're exempt, just do your quarter 1, your quarter 2. The rounded number that you see, it's a 50-50 split. So just add them, divide by 2. And if it's an 89.5 or above, you're going to be exempt. Okay, again, I'll post those grades by today, so at least you can figure that out this weekend. There's still only a couple homeworks left. That's it. And then if you want to try to figure out, like, for those of you that are like, what's the minimum I can get on the midterm and still keep my blank? This is how you do it. You would just take quarter 1 and multiply it times 0.4 plus quarter 2 and multiply it times 0.4 plus whatever you think you're going to get, multiply it times 0.2, and that's going to be your overall average. Yeah.
Does that only affect like your test grade?
No, what do you mean?
Like the 40% that only the test grade?
No, it's all of quarter 1. So whatever you got on your report card for quarter 1 is 40% of your semester grade. And then whatever you get on your report card for quarter 2, which would be done Wednesday, is your 40%. And then what you get on the midterm is your 20%. If you're exempt, your midterm is your average. So like whatever you get from averaging those two together, that's what goes in as your midterm grade if you're exempt. And if you're exempt, you have to come Thursday. Thursday's your last full day, but then you don't come the days that you are exempt. So if you are exempt from A period, you don't come to A period. If you're exempt from A and C, you take Friday off. If you are exempt, that's the only one that, like, A and C are the only ones that don't have review days. Then so what's the 10th, right? 10th is A, C. Then comes 2nd, 11, 12, 13th is review for the lunch blocks. So if you're exempt both lunch blocks, you take Monday off. If you're exempt only your first lunch block, then you have to come for the second one. It works like that. And that's for the review and the test day, because then it's the test for the lunch blocks. So if you are exempt lunch blocks, you get both days off, Monday and Tuesday. Then the 15th is the review for IJ. And then the 16th is test IJ. So again, if you are exempt both of those, you get both days off. If you're exempt one of those, you get whichever one it is that's off. The first class period goes from 7:56 to 9:50. And then there's a break, and the second class period starts at, I think it's 10:10. Hang on. So 10:10 is the start of the next one, and it goes till 12. So if you are exempt, you need to arrive before 10:10 and think that there's going to be traffic because people are getting dropped off. Like if you're exempt from the first one, that bell rings, the first bell rings at 10:05 for you to get to class. Yeah. Correct. Merry Christmas. I would like to be exempt from things. I would like to take my vacation early. Yeah. And if for some reason you're going to miss an exam, only approval is doctor's notes or pre-arranged. Like if you have something like that going on, the makeup day is Thursday the 17th, which is like a teacher work day. So you would come in and you would take it with your teacher on the teacher work day. Yeah.
Monday's the 16th.
That's a Thursday. Yeah. So your last day it will be Thursday. Yeah.
So like let's say like the first quarter you got like an 89.48.
It rounded to an 89. So you do the rounded.